Helping them is hard enough. Finding them and breaking into a very defensive clique is no mean feat either. But Carol Cowling has done that for this special report.
City Station to City 5. City Station to City 5. This young girl is believed to be in the city area, may hang around the mall or down at the YMCA in Murray Street.
An all too common call, my child's left home, and for police it could be another addition to the sometimes dangerous existence of life on the streets.
It sort of gives you a lost feeling to see a lot of these kids going down the drain, and it's only mainly because of their own inhibitions, their own decision that they want to do what they want to do, and everyone else has to conform to what they want.
Some seek refuge in derelict houses. They move out when the police move in. But most of the time, it's a case of sleep wherever there's shelter. Empty bottles, the only reminder of the night before. It's a case of survival. The options are few and the help limited.
All kids who are referred by either police or street work team, they'll bring someone down and say, look, I've just found this kid who's got nowhere to stay. They'll bring them in. Quite a few have been staying under the bridges and the causeway and places like that, and they'll come in and say, I've been living there for a while and please, I need a mattress just for one night.
The YMCA, and every day they sit and share a common bond. They know only each other, kids who spend most of their time on the streets in need of help.
It's all right to come here and say hello to your old mates, but living here is a drag, especially if you've been here for a while.
Do these kids have parents? Do they have homes?
Of the lot who are sitting here, some do, some don't. Some of them would have homes that are not viable, where there's a lot of drunkenness, where they've been kicked out because mum and dad don't want them. Others of them have got homes, but they just can't make it together with their families.
Well, I got kicked out when I was 13, then welfare took me over, and as soon as I turned 16, they kicked me out too. Walk around, go to the causeway, not much. Get drunk, that's about it.
Not much of a life for you at the moment. A lot of kids seem to treat things as a bit of a joke. It's all, life is one big joke. Is it really that way?
No. No. It is that sometimes if you, like there's a lot of kids who like going out getting drunk and stoned and that. When you come back to earth from that stoneness or that highness, whatever you want to say, it's always the same problem there.
Broken homes, broken lives, and not much of a future. Some are homeless by choice. Others have chosen their own destiny.
Most of them will not conform to any sort of society behaviour. And they think that the street is their realm, they can do whatever they wish to do on the street, and it doesn't matter if it comes up against someone else's pleasure. That's just bad luck.
It's not a pretty outlook, but for police, the streets and those who frequent them are of constant concern.
I've had trouble with the police before, and I can only really blame myself. And I don't know how anyone else reacts, but I try to do the right thing now and then, but sometimes I just get in trouble.
What do the kids think of the police?
From what I've seen, not much at all.
I can't really see how you can blame the police, because if you do something wrong, you've got to expect to get in trouble for it.
Searching, finding acceptance and looking for reasons why. But when you leave home, you sometimes leave heartbreak.
I think he thought it was exciting, and I think he thought that to be accepted by the other kids, he had to go along with what they were doing, whatever it was, no matter what it was.
As a parent, 14 years of age and 16 convictions in 4 weeks, Sheila saw her son's life just fall apart.
He overdosed on sleeping pills, and fortunately I found him and we took him to hospital, and they pumped out his stomach, and I can remember thinking at the time, I remembered sitting by my husband's bedside just before he died, and I sat by Tim's bed and I thought, dear God, don't let me go through this again. And the worst thing was that while they were trying to fight for his life, he was fighting to die.
Many of these children, the answers are easy, the resources are there, but they choose not to be hurt again and would rather put themselves into such at-risk situations to inherit even greater hurt. The greatest pain is not being able to do anything.
The harsh reality of what can happen to those who choose to be homeless. It's not always that way. A lot are forced to pack their bags. But it's a tough and sad existence, and some know too well the price that you pay.
They just go downhill. Some of them end up in alcoholic institutions and jails, institutions and that. And some of them don't even make it.
So what's your future? What do you hope to do?
Get a job and set up a place here. Get my own place.
Get a job, a home, a family. That's all I want. Simple.
Make a go of things once and for all and get off the streets and stay off.
Simple enough aspirations. Carol Cowling back on the road for State Affair. State Affair has been on the road with Stevie Wonder from Go to Woe. His All Points Perth visit next.